The following accounting information and financial ratio of XYZ Limited relate to the year ending 31st December 2013. We have accounting information. Gross profit is 15% of sales, net profit 8% of sale, raw material consumed 20% of works cost, direct wages 10% of works cost, stock of raw material 3 months usage, stock of finished goods is 6% of works cost, debt collection period is 60 days, and we have information all sales are on credit. Apart from that, we also have certain financial ratios. Fixed asset to sales is 1:3. Fixed assets to current asset is 13:11. Current ratio is 2:1. Long-term loans to current liabilities is 2:1. Capital reserves and surpluses 1:4. If value of fixed assets as on 31st December 2012 amounted to rupees 26 lakhs, prepare a summarized profit and loss account of the company for the period ended 31st December 2013 and also the balance sheet as on 31st December 2013. So in this problem we have to prepare the P&L and balance sheet from the available information. So to which information to start with? We should pick up an information which will pave way for the others. So first let's make use of some financial ratios. We have fixed assets to sales ratio, and in question we have fixed asset is equal to 26 lakh. So if we start with this, we'll get what is sales. So if you get sales, probably you will be able to find some other information, and here fixed assets to current asset ratio is available. So we have fixed assets, so we can find current asset. So if you find current asset, then using current ratio you can find current liability. If you find current liability, you can find long-term loans, and if you find long-term loans, current liabilities, then total assets, then finding the reserves and surplus and capital is easy. So let's get started. First let's make use of financial ratios. We have fixed assets to sales is 1:3. With this information we are going to calculate what is sales. Okay, so what is the ratio of fixed assets to sales ratio? It is 1:3. That is, fixed assets divided by sales is equal to 1/3, or it can be put as fixed asset is equal to 1/3 of sales, and we have fixed asset is equal to 26 lakh. This information in the question. So 26 lakh divided by sales is equal to 1/3. So sales is equal to 26 lakh divided by 1/3, or sales is equal to 26 lakh multiplied by 3. So we have sales is equal to 78 lakh. So by using this fixed assets to sales ratio, we have found what is sales. And in question we had another information. Fixed assets to current asset ratio is 13:1. That is, with that we can find what is current asset. That is, fixed asset divided by current asset is equal to 13/11. We know fixed asset, which is 26 lakh. So 26 lakh divided by current asset is equal to 13/11, and current asset is equal to 22 lakh. So we have found what is current asset. Next, we'll prepare working note 2, and this working note, let it be for work cost. Why work cost? Why we should compute work cost? Because in question there is a mention raw material cost is nothing but 20% of works cost, and direct wages is 10% of works cost. So it becomes important for us to find what is work cost. So let's calculate the work cost first. Work cost is nothing but sales minus gross profit. So sales is 78 lakh. Do we have information of gross profit in the question? Yes, we do have. In question it is mentioned gross profit is equal to 15% of sales. So less 15% of sales, which is 11,70,000. So the sales minus gross profit will give works cost, which is 66,30,000. So with this information we can find what is raw material cost and direct wages. Raw material cost is 20% of works cost, which is 66,30,000 into 20%, and we'll have 13,26,000. And direct wages is 10% of works cost, so direct wages is equal to 6,63,000. So in this way we have found the raw material and direct wages, and it will be used in preparation of P&L. Then we'll move on to working note 3, which is for computing the stock. In question we have the company will have 3 months of stock of raw material. We have found that 1 year usage of raw material is 13,26,000 in our working note 2. So with this information we can find what is the stock of raw material. So we'll have calculation of stock of raw material, which is equal to 3 months usage. So 1326 is for 12 months, so what is for 3 months? So 13,26,000 into 3 by 12 is equal to 3,31,500. So this is the stock of raw material. Now let's also find the stock of finished goods. In question we have stock of finished goods is equal to 6% of works cost. We know works cost is 66,30,000. So stock of finished goods is 6% of works cost, which is 66,30,000 into 6 by 100. So it is 3,97,800. Now we'll move on to working note 4. In question we have current ratio information and we have found current asset also. We have found current asset in our working note 1, wherein the current asset value was 22 lakh and we have current ratio is 2:1. So with this information we can find what is current liability. So how we are going to find current liability? Current asset divided by current liability is equal to 2:1. So current asset is equal to 2 times of current liability, that is current liability is 11,000 because current asset is 2 times of current liability. Here it is 22 lakh. So 22 lakh divided by 2 would give current liability, which is 11 lakh. So we have current liabilities now. Then in question we have information of debtors collection period, which is 60 days. Debtors collection period is 60 days, and in question there is a mention that all sales are credit sales. So now by establishing relationship between this debtors collection period and credit sales, we can find what is debtors. So we'll have calculation of debtors. We have average collection period, which is 60 days, and that is nothing but debtors divided by credit sales per day. So the 60 days is nothing but credit sales, the debtors divided by credit sales per day. So we'll have it here, average collection period is equal to debtors divided by credit sales per day, which can be written as debtors divided by credit sales into number of days in a year, which is 365. So now we'll have debtors divided by the credit sales, which is 78 lakh, multiplied by 365 is equal to 60. We get debtors is equal to 12,82,192. So in this way we have found debtors. Now we'll move on to working note 5. In question we have a ratio long-term loans to current liabilities is 2:1. We have already calculated what is current liability. So with this information we can find the long-term loan, that is long-term loan by current liabilities is equal to 2:1. So long-term loan is equal to 2 multiplied by current liability, which is going to be 22 lakh. So we have long-term loan information here. Now we'll move on to working note 6, where we'll compute the cash balance. See, we have already calculated working note 1 where current assets were found, and in that we have current asset is equal to 22 lakh. Now out of current assets, just now we have calculated what is debtors, which is 12,82,192. We have calculated raw material stock in working note 3, which is 3,31,500. We have calculated finished goods stock also in working note 3, which is 3,97,800. So all these are part of current assets, but they don't make up 22 lakh. They make up only 20,11,492. So what is the difference? The difference can be called as cash balance, which is 1,88,508. So we have found the cash balance now. We'll move on to working note 7, which is calculation of net worth. So how do we calculate net worth now? See, we have fixed assets and current assets, so they make up the total assets, right? Yeah, from that we'll see how it can be found. We have fixed assets information, the question, which is 26 lakh, and we have current asset information, the question, which is 22 lakh. Oh sorry, current asset we have found and fixed asset was in the question. So 26 lakh plus 22 lakh make up total asset, which is 48 lakh. So from this total asset, you remove the long-term loans, which is 22 lakh, and remove the current liability, which is 11 lakh. So you have the total liabilities is 33 lakh. So if total liabilities is removed from total assets, what you will get is net worth, and it is 15 lakh. So in this way, we have found what is net worth. Now with this information, we can find what is capital and what is reserve. Let us move to working note 8. In question, we have information capital, reserves and surplus have a ratio of 1:4. It means 1/5 is capital and reserves are 4/5. So net worth is nothing but summation of share capital and reserves, which is total of 15 lakh. Of this 15 lakh, capital is going to be 1/5 and reserves is going to be 4/5. That's why the ratio is capital divided by reserves and surplus is 1/4. I'm sorry, it is 1/4. So share capital is going to be 15 lakh multiplied by 1/5 and it is rupees 3 lakh. So if 3 lakh is share capital, then reserves and surplus, obviously it is 12 lakh. So it is 4/5 of 15 lakh and it is 12 lakh. So we have made use of all the information in the question. Now we'll move and prepare the profit and loss and balance sheet. So let us prepare the profit and loss account of XYZ Limited for the period ended 31st December 2013. So first let's start with sales. We have found this in working note 1, which is 78 lakh. Then we have computed the direct material in working note 2, which is 13 lakh 26,000. Then we have also found the direct wages through percentage of works cost, which is 6 lakh 63,000. Then we had information about the gross profit directly in the question, that is 15% of sales, and it was 11 lakh 70,000. So nothing related to trading account here directly. So we can take the total on the higher side, which is 78 lakh, but on the debit side, 78 lakh minus these three items make up a difference, and that difference could be the balancing figure, and it is works overhead, and it is 46 lakh 40,000. So we'll carry this gross profit to P&L by gross profit 11 lakh 70,000. And in question we have information about net profit, which is available in question. It is 8% of sales. So 78 lakh into 8% is 6 lakh 24,000. So we don't have any other information. So we'll take the total on the higher side, which is 11 lakh 70,000. So 1170 minus 624 would be the selling and distribution expenses. They are basically balancing figure, and it is 5 lakh 46,000. So we have prepared the profit and loss account. We'll move on to balance sheet of XYZ Limited as on 31st December 2013. So we'll start filling. The first item is share capital. We have found this in working note 8 and it is 3 lakh. Then reserves and surplus in working note 8, which is 12 lakh. Long-term loans in working note 5, 22 lakh, and current liabilities in working note 4, 11 lakh. The total is 48 lakh. On the asset side, fixed asset, this information we have in question, it is 26 lakh. Then on current assets, the first one is stock of raw material, which is 3 lakh 31,500 in working note 3. Stock of finished goods, working note 3, 3 lakh 97,800. Debtors, working note 4, 12 lakh 82,192. And cash balance we have found in working note 6, which is 1 lakh 88,508, and the total is 48 lakh. Thank you.
Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you like this lecture. If you wish to learn more on the areas related to this topic, check our comprehensive course. I have shared the details and link in the description below. Click, sign up and enroll. I'll see you inside the course.